No, 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 no.
A to była taka catapulta. Ja wam pokazywała to co było. To właśnie to wracała w ogóle lecznica. I się piwnicy.
By decree of Richard Neville, the Earl of Warwick, in the year of our Lord, 1471, the army has been called to arms, the peasant levies called to assemble. Edward of York has marched on London. He has taken the city and declared himself King of England, and now, by the name of God, we march to take back the capital. The House of Warwick rides with the House of Lancaster to defeat Edward and restore the true king, Henry VI to the throne. Our army musters in Coventry, where thousands upon thousands of archers have joined our cause, and hundreds of noble knights are willing to do battle for the true King of England. But we have been told to prepare for a siege, where our plan is to besiege the walls of London, invade the city and take the throne back from Edward. Those walls of London are thick. So we have also been told to prepare that. One of the biggest, most powerful siege engines in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Warwick Castle Trebuchet! This is Ursa, the bear. She stands at 18 metres tall and weighs 22 tons. And not only is she one of the biggest, most powerful trebuchets in the world, she is state-of-the-art in trebuchet design. It's those wheels on the side of her. Those wheels mean we use manpower to load it. No longer do we need to use the traditional method of loading a trebuchet, which is towing the arm down using a team of horses or oxen. And we have borrowed this technology from the medieval crane. The same cranes that have helped build medieval structures across Europe. So we've taken the wheels from the cranes and put them inside our war machines, which means the technology that was once used to build castles can now be used to smash them down. So this is how she works. Those two wheels are connected with the central axle. A rope is tied to the throwing arm and led down to the A-frame at the back. It is passed through a pulley, bringing the rope to the central axle, where it is connected. The person in charge of the machine is the trebuchet master, located at the back. With him is a crew of soldiers. We need 4 soldiers, 2 to climb inside each wheel, and their job is simple, to walk in those giant wheels. Now their walking action tightens the rope around the axle, which in turn pulls down the throwing arm and lifts that box you can see hanging in the centre. That box is the counterweight, the ballast, the source of our energy for our siege machine. That counterweight box weighs 1 tonne, empty. What we have done is placed a further 4.5 tonne of rocks and rubble inside that box. So you have just witnessed 4 people lifting a total weight of 5.5 tonnes. So let's give them a big cheer! Excellent work, and what a feat of medieval engineering. Now the arm is down, and the trebuchet master has engaged the trigger. Now the trigger is simply a metal hook attached to that A-frame at the back. The trigger's counterpart is a metal loop, which is on the throwing arm. So the arm is brought down in line with the A-frame, and the hook goes through the loop. It's as simple as that. This is the release mechanism. Also, 2 safety implements have been placed. First of all, a metal pin goes underneath the hook to lock it into position, and then a chain which is led to the base of the trebuchet at the back is hooked to the end of the arm, ensuring we lock this arm down. And it needs to be locked down, for as you can see, the job of the winders is not over yet. They have been ordered by the trebuchet master to split into 2 teams. So 1 winder from each wheel steps out to operate a brake at the front. which is simply a piece of oak at the base of each wheel. So this leaves one winder remaining inside each wheel. They must walk on for a second time, this time in that direction. The reason why they have to get back inside the wheels and walk the other way is because of that rope used to pull down the throwing arm and lift up the counterweight. That rope has now wrapped itself around that central axle. So if our trebuchet master pulled the trigger now, then Ursa will be destroyed. The axle torn from the heart of the machine, thrown out to the back and decapitating our trebuchet master in the process. So, the winders now have the very important job of walking off the slack, taking that rope from the axle and making sure that Ursa has a free flying arm. But they must be careful not to take off all of the rope. We still need a small portion remaining on the axle at the end, so when we shut it, we can start the whole winding and loading process once again. When it comes to war, we must be shooting this machine at least once every 6 minutes, which makes life inside those wheels extremely uncomfortable. Being a trebuchet winder is regarded as one of the worst jobs in history. Let me explain why. When you're inside those wheels and you're walking that way, you're powering through. You're not only walking, you are lifting 5.5 tons of weight. It's not a walk in the park. When you walk, you climb. You stride high and constantly climb. It's like walking up an ever-increasing hill. But at this stage of the wind, it's a different story altogether. First of all, you're on your own inside the wheel. The reason why there is only one winder needed is because there's no weight to lift. It is now been locked off at the trigger. All you're doing is getting rid of that rope. So it's easier, but in fact it's more dangerous. Because 1 ton of weight inside that wheel is now going with you, not against you. So the wheels will be the speed and momentum. So if you run inside the wheel, it's a bad idea. You can lose yourself, trip and fall, tumble around inside that wheel until it stops. You will then hit that central axle and break your spine. So that's why we have those brake operators, making sure that the winders keep a safe, steady pace. So we can shoot our machine once every 6 minutes. Now that's quite slow when compared to that of the cannon. Our cannon creates a breach in the city wall, perfect for a siege. Once that breach is met, you then have to send in soldiers into that city, through the streets and in the buildings. Now the problem with close quarter, medieval urban warfare, you have to be prepared to lose a lot of your men. Perhaps half of your soldiers won't survive. Now Ursa is not only with trebuchets can we launch projectiles at city walls, we can launch projectiles over them, make life inside the city for the inhabitants and live in hell, so they surrender. So what can we throw? We can throw anything. Rocks, fire, people, dead animals, anything. Dead animal is a perfect opportunity to get that city to surrender. Throwing dead carcasses of cows or horses, aim for their water supply, if we can contaminate it, swing those doors open and welcome the city. But the one thing that medieval man was most frightened of was fire, as most of the internal structures of a medieval city will be made of wood and thatch. So, we can set the whole lot alight by throwing fireballs. If we create a raging inferno within that city, the enemy simply has a choice. You surrender or you burn. Now we would like to give you an opportunity to what this looks like. So this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be launching a fireball! The call goes out to the trebuchet master, prepare to load. We have an 80-kilo rock wrapped in sacking. It's been soaking in lamp oil all afternoon. The command of load! It is hauled into the centre trough of the trebuchet. Now attached to the board is a chain. Attached to the chain is a rope. These are loaded down the centre trough and the rope is hooked to the pin at the end of the arm. The stone is loaded, the loader is ordered out of the way. We are almost ready for launch, but we still have those safeties attached to the trigger. So our trebuchet master now will call the lighter forwards, do his final checks, ensuring his crew are away from the machine. And when he's ready, he will approach the back of the machine, step up to that A-frame to take off the safeties. He steps up and begin the shooting sequence. First, he takes the chain. Then with a steady hand, pulls the pin. The trebuchet is now live and ready to launch. The trebuchet master steps off the machine, takes the rope, which is attached to the trigger, orders the lighting of the projectile. Add fire! The ball is torched and the flames begin to build in the heart of the machine. Our trebuchet master now on the top of his earth. he pulls that trigger too early, the ball goes out and is useless. But if he waits too long, then his whole trebuchet can be up in flames. So he holds. And he holds. We launch! Fantastic, ladies and gentlemen, the Warwick Castle